welcome back. It's time for Big Brother Chat with Carla
and Willie.
All right, guys. Well, welcome back to another episode 8.
Wow, can you believe it?
I know.
Where's the summer gone?
A
few more weeks left.
Just a few more.
weeks left.
Last episode finale is on the 25th of September, so we're getting close. We got a little less than a month coming up.
But there still seems like there's so many people in the house.
Damn.
We got a lot. Still no double. It's been looming. So yeah. So let's catch up because we've had a lot happen since the last episode. So who was evicted last week?
So last week, Annalise was evicted with a startling 5-1 eviction. Everyone thought it would be Christy, but nope.
She pulled out her magic wand and has saved herself, and not quite sure where that came from. So, all right. So who was our new? We had the new HOH comp, and it was rolling the little ball down the little obstacle course and landing in a point. And Holly was up first, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was up first
and nailed it from.
She got a solid 50, so she got the highest.
Nobody even came close. I think the next highest was in 41 or 2, something like that.
Yeah.
So wow, she pulled it out. She earned that one fair and square because that was a little bit of skill and a lot of luck, I think, on that. So womp. So right off of Mickey's, great. Holly's back in there.
Exactly.
So it's not what I was hoping for, but.
But we did have a surprise this week, though.
Yes, America got to vote, and that was the prankster vote. So who won?
Nick.
I was shocked.
I wasn't. I was kind of anticipating that, especially after Holly got that comp. I was like, Once they announced it was prank week, so it is prank week in the Big Brother house this week.
Yes, and he's not the only one doing pranks. So
no.
So I don't know. I was kind of surprised. I thought we'd go to Cliff. Maybe even Tommy. I'm not sure. But Nick, he's been fun. However, we'll get into all that's happened. So So we had the HOH.
And there's 3 losers.
3 losers from that HOH that were automatic.
They got punishments.
They got a punishment, and their punishment was?
They have to do pies.
They had to prank themselves, almost. And
basically. I mean, the whole house.
Well, they did eventually, but at first it was themselves. And they're being called upon to
make pies and pie people in the face.
Yes, pie each other and pie themselves, and of all different times of the day. So that's kind of been fun, and the 3 of them are taking it well.
Yeah.
You
want to tell everyone who got it?
Who won America's vote?
Oh no,
who?
The pranks.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so the ones that got that are Cliff, Nicole, and Jess.
And they've handled it well.
Yeah.
They did. They laughed.
I mean, that one seems to be a good one. They don't have to make the pies, like bake them.
No, it's just
the whipped cream pies. Yeah.
They do have a graham cracker crust. I've noticed that they were eating that. So yeah.
It's been hilarious though, especially when they have to wake the house guests in the middle of the night.
Christine got it in the middle of the night. Yeah. And I don't know that they've shown all of them. They've shown little clips, but yeah, they've been having fun with that, and the house has kind of enjoyed it.
I think Mickey's getting tired of it.
Yeah. But I think he's a little spoiled, so.
Oh yeah.
That's just me. So.
We'll get to that with Zingbot.
Oh yeah, the return of Zingbot. So it was a pretty busy week this week. So HOH was Holly. So like I said, wah. So they ruled the house again, him and Mickey, but she did win it fair and square. So I've got to give it to her. So with the prankster, we didn't go over this. There was a bonus with being voted. They got a power.
Yeah. So with America's Prankster, they end up getting part of the head of household. So basically,
they kind of take over the HOH's voting or
nominee.
One
nominee.
So they got one nominee, and if that person was taken down, they got to replace. So it took away the power from the HOH.
Yeah,
potentially could have changed the game. So, but who won POV? They had the POV, which ties into Zingbot. So let's talk about Zingbot real quick.
Yeah.
Because Zingbot happened first, and then the POV comp happened next. So the return of Zingbot. We love Zingbot because he kind of gives them their only glimpse into what's happening and how America is taking them.
And how they're being perceived in the house.
And some people are really crushed in years past by Zingbots. They seem to take it okay. So yeah, so why don't you fill us in?
They did call them out.
I did print them all out because there were some funny ones,
Yeah.
but I'll let you take that over.
So Tommy, basically his favorite musical that Tommy's in is Little Shop of Attention Whores.
Zing!
Because he does play a lot to the camera.
He's like dancing. He
Dancing
does.
and
He's there for the
singing
camera,
and-
so yeah.
Well, he's a
It's about
Broadway
that
star,
big,
so yeah.
yeah. So that was kind of expected. That was expected. So I thought something else was really funny. Go ahead.
The other really good one that I really liked was when they were talking about Holly.
Holly.
Yeah, first you think it's going to be about Nicole, and I'll just read it to you. It says, Nicole, you say you're afraid of birds, but you've been living with an old buzzard all season named Holly. You think they're talking about Cliff. You think they're warming up to Cliff, but no.
No. I think they're playing on what? Holly's older than Mickey by
Yeah,
a couple years, so yeah.
handful of
So that
years.
was funny. How many?
A handful of years. I think he's what, 23? And
Sure.
she's
31-ish?
somewhere like that.
Can't
Who
remember. I have
cares?
my little cheat sheet in front of me. But yeah, she's a little bit older. A little wiser too. That does come through in her gameplay.
He talked about Christy's chewing habits.
They
how
did a
she
whole
eats.
montage of her, and she's like, "What?" She does chew like a
Oh
cow.
my God, it's good.
Anytime she is on the feeds and she's in the kitchen, I switch cameras to another feed. And if they're all on her, I just turn them off. I mute them till I see because she does.
You can tell she's a real Jersey girl.
She
Definitely is.
But yeah, she doesn't care and she doesn't see the problem. But at least she thought it was funny. I'd rather be zinged on that than something else.
Yeah. They did get Nick on his haircut.
The bowl, they pulled out
The
the
bowl
bowl.
cut.
We got a present.
Yeah, he got a
That
gift.
was on last night's show because tonight is eviction night.
Yeah. So let's see if he utilized the bowl to cut his hair. Nicole, they weren't super nice to her. They
They
said,
kind of went on her social
Uh-huh.
game about how she had no friends outside in the real world and neither in the house. Zing. So what did hers exactly say? 'Cause I didn't remember.
it said, Nicole, it must be tough for you in the Big Brother house with no friends, no boyfriend, no contact with the outside world. Actually, you must feel right at home.
So yeah. So yeah, I think that was the funny one. And
Cliff side boob. Did you catch that? So last night, when they were doing the zing on TV, Cliff lifted up his shirt because they were saying that Cliff gives a lot of side boob.
oh,
And when he lifted up his shirt, they blurred out his chest.
yeah,
That was pretty good.
yeah, I think pretty good.
Jessica, they basically called her a snooze fest. Because she is. She doesn't do a lot. She's not much on the feed. She just observes.
She cooks a lot.
She cooks a lot.
And they've complained from day one that when she cooks everything in the house, like all the chicken or whatever, and they get mad. So, but she's still in there. Hey, I gotta give it to her. Cliff's still in there. This season has, well, we'll go into overalls later. But
Oh no. Let's get to the last zing.
Get to the
was in
last
there.
thing that you've been
The
wondering.
best one that I liked because it called out what everyone has been saying from the get-go. on
Inside
this.
the house and outside the house. They put him on blast.
Zingbot goes up to Mickey and says, "Hello, we haven't met yet. My name is Zingbot. What should I call you? Jackson, Mickey, or pompous douchebag?" Zing!
And they all died laughing.
Yeah,
He took it pretty good.
He did.
He did. He took it pretty good. He did.
but it's what everyone's been saying.
yeah.
So,
He's very, it's all about him. It's all about me world. He's in Jacksonville.
yeah. He's
Really?
going to have, in my opinion, he's not going to like how he presented himself this season at all.
I
He's
think-
blaming it a lot on other people.
He's blaming it on Jack, a lot of it. And I would like to have seen his game without
Without.
Jack.
Mhm.
And Jack's without Mickey,
Yeah.
to tell you the truth. Because they immediately got lumped together. I think Jack would have had a much better game without Mickey.
Well, they were broing out a lot together, and I think that hurt his game overall.
They pulled out the worst in each other.
Yeah.
And that got caught on day one,
Mhm.
you know. And so, I'm really surprised though, up until now, you still have a couple.
Yeah, well, I
Holly.
see it's going to dwindle down here shortly. Like once they get past, maybe next week in the
If
next
they're
HOA.
smart, they'll get rid of Holly first. And
Yeah.
I know you're shocked that I'm saying that because we've been
She has a good game.
She is the competitor. I mean, Mickey is too. This is the second we have gone.
He
won
is,
it.
but once she is out, in my opinion, his game's done. Once she's gone.
She's the strategist.
Mm-hmm.
She's cool.
Because
She's a
he
little more
plays on
hot-tempered.
emotion.
Yeah. So, okay. So we had Zingbot
Mhm.
came, it's day 67. Zingbot came and did his little thing, but they tied Zingbot for one of the first times into, well, no, they had baby Zingbot
Mhm.
before.
Yeah.
Go to the comp. So he was part of the comp and he got hauled away and they had to release him. And it was that balance in comp where they have the wall.
Free the zing.
And they have that little, they have to shimmy
Pull
the little
cords
things up
and
there.
drop the
Yeah.
balls to make sure that you knock out all of your cameras.
Yeah. So that was I like that comp because a lot of people, no matter what your size, it's all about patience
How you
and
do it.
stuff. And
And
how
they've
you
done
do it.
that comp before, previously.
They've done it quite a few times, and I think it was Celebrity
Mm-hmm.
that one person just totally didn't do it, so the other person can win. I can't remember, something like that. Got mad and they didn't play.
See, and now the winner, well, the players in this one. Let's
Yeah,
go over
so
players real quick. So of course, Christy, Nick, and Holly are up there. And then Holly gets house guest choice and she pulls out Mickey, of course. Cliff was also chosen and Jess. So all of them got to play. I think both Nick and Mickey had a great strategy to it.
Right.
However, Mickey's strategy was the best because he went for the top first and then he worked his way down.
So you're more
And-
tired towards the end, which means your arms are going to be holding that rope steady. So he's very, well, he's
Yeah, well, I would say there's kind of a mix on those
Right.
because anyone that has started from the top on those games has always won
Mhm.
because those take the longest to get the balls up there.
right, and your arms are tired
Mhm.
by the end of the comp. So it makes sense to do the hardest to the easiest.
Because Nick was in the lead and he only had 4 left.
But he had
and
to go
then
all the way up.
He had to go all the way to the top because
Yeah.
he was knocking out the first ones.
He did
And
it, mhm.
Mickey knocked out the top first and worked his way down. So I
Right.
think that's the better strategy.
It is.
Because all you have
It
to do
really
is pull
is.
up
And
one
help-
and knock it out.
Yeah.
You know?
So Mickey won, no surprise there. So, I guess one complaint that I have, whether it's on Big Brother, Survivor, any other reality show that has rewards or advantages that are given to people in the game, Nick was true to what
Mhm.
people, the biggest mistake, the big flaw, and he was the prankster, and what did he do?
He started telling Mickey, and then he told Tommy, and he just like, why would you do that? Why would you tell Mickey when he is buddy with the HOH this week?
I think his rationale for that was is that if I
Campaign.
can tell him that could have used it to put you up,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't use it to gain loyalty. Is that going to work in his favor? I don't think it will.
Oh,
He should have done it. He should have put Mickey up
Mm-hmm. He should have.
because that would have been a backdoor situation.
Mm-hmm. Because then he could have switched and got Christy.
Right, but with I don't know. It's
I mean,
just-
everyone was suspicious to begin with that it was him because Christy was up there.
right as soon as he got it, Nicole
Mhm.
picked up on that, like within seconds of him coming out of the diary room.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I don't know. So he made one of the biggest game flaws that they always do, and that's showing you cards
Yeah.
when you don't need to.
When you play poker, do you show all your cards to your opponents?
No.
No.
No, you
Same
don't.
thing.
So yeah, I mean he, and then they questioned whether he had it or not.
Yeah.
They didn't even believe him. There was
Mhm.
a conversation in the HOH between Holly and Mickey about that. So, but he does have it. Everybody kind of knows, and that is what it is. So, obviously, as we're talking, Mickey did not use the veto to save either Christy or Nick. He contemplated taking Christy down
Yeah.
because Nick is Holly's target. At least it was. It changes all the time. But I think Holly is gonna want Nick out.
Yeah.
So-
Holly does want Nick out. I think for a good overall good move, if they were to keep Nick, that would be good because Christy, she teeter-totters, and like they said before, she didn't want to go to Final 6 with any couples.
Right.
So, hey,
Right.
keep that
But they
in
don't
mind.
know about Tommy and Christy still.
Mm-mm.
They've held true to
Well,
that.
they've been lingering some thoughts on it because they'll be
Yeah.
talking. I think there is one little clip.
They're talking about a concert.
They were talking about
a restaurant.
Yeah, they were talking about a restaurant and how she's only 3 exits away from
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
And it's like, how would you know that?
Right,
You know,
right.
I get, you know, all you got to say is, hey, I'm from Patterson.
They planted
you
the
know.
seed, you know, but I don't know. They still don't have a grasp on them because they do play it off and they separate themselves. So
Mhm.
between Nick and Christy, Nick is more brain strategy. Christy's is emotional player.
Mhm.
She puts it all out there and whines and cries and has a little temper
And they're
tantrum.
both great with their words, you know, as far as like making promises and how they speak with folks. They both
Christy
do have a good game.
she's going to be good at the end of the speech,
Mhm.
talking to the jury and talking about what I've done. She's loud and she is,
She puts that emotion.
she's very emotional and very, you know, she talks with her hands like me, you know. But she is going to be good at captivating the jury if she makes it that far.
But, to no surprise, since Mickey won the power of veto, guess what he did with the nominations?
Nothing.
Kept them the same.
Kept them the same. So those two are on the block, Nick and Christy, and it has been full on campaigning like it is a presidential election in there. They are hitting it hard. So I still think Nick is the target.
I think so. It would be great if they flipped the vote, just to throw a screw into the mix, you know?
Well, it's what, it's a 5 vote this week? Total 5 vote?
Yeah, so you need 3 votes.
3 votes to stay.
Mm-hmm.
Or to get evicted. So Nick would need, if he wanted to stay, get a vote against Christy, he would need Jess, Cliff, and Nicole.
Mm-hmm. Well, he knows Jess is not going to vote for him. Just based off of the feeds he was talking, he said if he can get Tommy, Cliff, and Nicole to vote for him, he's good. And he's keeping Mickey's vote kind of as a toss-up on that.
Tommy won't vote against Christy because he knows that Christy is a vote for him at the end if he makes it to the end.
Exactly.
But they don't know that connection. So we do, they don't.
Yeah.
So we have that advantage over them. So, I don't know.
Oh, yeah. So tell us y'all's thoughts. Let us know who you think is going to go home this week.
Yeah, so tell us what you think about the prankster and the zings. So yeah, we need to come up with some zings.
Oh, yeah.
We do. We can come up with some good ones. So, evictions tonight. And I think Nick's going. Who you think?
I think more likely it's going to end up being Nick. I would like to see Christy to go, though.
I would
That'd
like
be a
Christy
good little
to go.
toss-up.
Yeah.
You know.
Either one. Christy's played a good game, even though she gets on my nerves sometimes. Nick, something about Nick just doesn't sit right with me. He's got a little bit of a creep factor. I'm not quite sure why.
He's a snake in the grass a little bit.
He is. So I have a feeling he's going to go. So we have still no word of a double eviction. I thought for sure we'd have one last week.
And honestly, too, they haven't showed anything with what's going on in the jury house. We haven't seen any videos for jury yet.
They have been talking about, and on the feeds, will there be a comeback of some sort?
Because, I mean, who
They
knows?
could do a battle back of some sort and then have a double. I mean, it could be done,
Yeah.
obviously.
That'd be great.
I know ratings are up in certain markets, so overall, they took a little bit of a dive, now they're back up again. So that's always good. And I think the Zingbot episode always gets good ratings, so
Yeah.
obviously people want to see all that fun stuff. So what else? I think next week, with who's left in the house, we should do a breakdown of what we think of all the strategies of who's doing what.
We should create them.
Yeah, we'll do that. And then, so you guys start thinking about what you think of the last house guest after we find out who definitely leaves tonight. And let's start chatting about the rest of the players.
Yeah.
So,
Start speculating. Start getting those charts and let's make a...
right. And I'm wondering what the comp was going to be. HOH is going to be another endurance because they had a quick comp last week. And there should be a double. There really should. If it's not, it's probably, they usually let us know. Next week should be a double or something.
They've been throwing in twists left and right, so
Yeah.
you never know.
You never know. So, all right, guys. So I think we've covered everything. It's been a fun week in the house. I love Zingbot. They block that on the feed, so I don't get to see that. But get to see it on the show. So, all right, guys. So let us know down below who you want to see go and who you want to see the next HOH. Who do you want to see next?
Well, if Nick stays, I would love to see Nick as HOH because then everyone's gonna freak out
They'll all
over
freak
that.
out, right.
But honestly, it's not the next HOH that you want the one after. Because if next week they just toss in a double eviction, you want the next one. You don't
Right.
want the first
Right.
because that means you're liable to go out real quick the following week
Because it's-
or the following eviction.
Yeah, because you're top of everybody's list because you were the HOH.
Exactly.
So yeah. But who would you like to see?
I would like, again, Nick as HOH,
Mm-hmm.
or, throw Nicole in there. I'd like to see what she would
I'd
do.
like to see what she's really thinking because you don't get a whole lot of insight, even in her DRs.
Yeah.
She's not very insightful.
Because Jess, I think she's just fizzled out and she just exists in the house. Cliff, I feel, that would be a good one because he made a lot of promises to everyone throughout the game.
He's
So
gonna have
I
to
like
pick
to,
a card
he's going to
and
have to
play it.
pick something.
He will, and he's still talking to us a lot on the feeds. He's sitting in, and I had the feeds playing while I was in the kitchen the other day. And,
What if it's Mickey?
oh no.
I'm getting tired of
I
seeing
don't like it when
him
it
now.
stays on one side. It's a no Mickey. Holly can't. But yeah, I would like to see somebody else. Nicole would be fun. I'd like to see what she does. If Nick stays, I'd like to see. If Christy stays, I don't want Christy up there.
No.
No, she'll drive me crazy. So.
She'll just cry.
But she would have to play her real cards on who she's really going to go after. And I know on the feeds before, she said she would go after Mickey. So that could be fun.
All right, guys. Well, we appreciate y'all tuning in, and definitely like, share, and comment below, and we will see y'all next week, okay?
Bye.